There you go. Hi. How's that for an entrance now, guys? You didn't know I was going to do that, did you?
No.
That gave you all a bit of a shock. Ellie was panicking, wonder why I'm not on YouTube. Mia was running around the room thinking, oh my God, I'm not on air anymore. And I'm just sitting back thinking, I sprung them a big surprise.
Not really. I was just like, cool. It means I don't have to come and talk to you for a bit longer. So it's good for me, man.
I was just thinking what beautiful blue eyes he's got.
He's got green eyes, actually, but he's got beautiful
green.
eyes.
Okay.
Yeah, they're green. Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said, though. I said about his green eyes when I first saw it. I was like, his eyes are beautiful, you know. They're lovely.
I tell you what, doing a show with women and they don't stop talking. Can I get a word in edgeways here?
No.
Hi, good afternoon. Welcome to THFC Till I Die, the home of top.
Oops, I muted him by accident.
That's it.
Mia, you're a guest on this channel. Be very wary.
What do you mean I'm a guest on this channel? Don't be so darn rude. You still say, "Oh, I'm part of this channel," and then
you are, Mia. I'm joking. I'm joking, Mia.
G-U-E-S-T.
I'm just. Me and Mia have this bit of. To be fair, we do get on, don't we, Mia? To be honest, we do.
I pretend that I do, but guys, just knowing it, I put up with him.
I pretend to. I get on with Mia as well. I don't like her really. No. But anyway, good afternoon and welcome to the show. With me today, of course, is my usual two co-hosts, because Philip's up in Dublin preparing for his Tom Jones. His Tom Jones show for tonight is he's in somewhere in Dublin getting ready. I don't know what he's singing, but he's getting ready. With me is Ellie and our cat. So cat looks out the window thinking, oh God, not another show at Tottenham. I'm going off to Man United now. Ellie, how are you this afternoon?
I'm really well. I did a show this morning as well, so everybody tuned into that. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
The HSC Women Till I Die.
Right. Is that what it's called? Okay. See, a lot of things happen. I don't know what's going on. So anyway, so everyone, please get over to that show and give Ellie a big up. She does it on her own, and it's not easy. It's not easy doing shows on your own, and Mia will testify to that, and I will as well. So big up, Ellie, and
thank you.
A great show, and please everyone get over there, like and subscribe. And down below, of course, this is the jewel in our crown, really. All joking aside, Mia is an absolute diamond. She really is. Mia, how are you from Spurs between the lines?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. Not too bad at all.
All right, shall we see who's in the chat? Firstly, we've got Romero saying, please let me out of the dungeon, Mia. No, we don't. We have Carl Simpson saying, hello, guys, and everyone in the chat. We've got HodGod10, big up HodGod. Good afternoon, Carl and the gang. We've got Carlson. We've got Jerula, afternoon all. We've got Jim, big up Jim, saying, hi, Derm, Ellie, Mia, and my fellow Spurs lovers. Who else we got in? We have got DJ Green Alert, who's changed his YouTube. I like his new YouTube picture. That's cool. Green Alert Productions. And he says, hello, Mia, Hod, Jim, Jerula, Carl, Kate, if she's here, and Derm and Phil, and everyone else I missed. That's good. I like that. Who else we've got? Well, Kate, big up Kate. We've got afternoon all. Big up David Clark. Now, Mia, I just want to know, we joined a new club today, didn't we?
Yeah, it's a big transfer. I thought, we could announce this.
Go on, I'll let you announce it because it's it does affect three of us.
I feel like that this is a big deal for us. We have been inducted into the Levy's Lovers Club.
Yep, there you go.
Except for me.
No, you're in.
You're in it as well.
Everyone's in it. I'll go into that.
Yeah, we did drag Ellie screaming, shouting, and screaming in it as well. But once she saw that there was Romero there and a few other, Glenn Hodder was there. That was it. She was gone. I'm staying. So there you go. Big up,
Glenn Hodder, yes.
You're naughty, Mia, but well done. That was funny.
Naughty girl.
Naughty, very naughty.
Yeah. Do you want to read that out, Mia, for us?
What? Try mentioning shoes and see what happens.
Oh yeah. God, no. I know. And see, here we go.
With me, DJ, because I hate shoes. I like trainers, like Kate.
Joseph is saying Mia and Ellie have got hungry eyes.
I love that song. Dirty Dance is my all-time favourite film.
I mentioned shoes to her, and that's it. She's waiting in the car for me to drive her.
Shoes and bags. I've got 3 daughters, so I know what that means.
Hi guys, Ange, not so Spursy. I love nothing better than Caitlin causing havoc on your streams. Yeah, she always is causing havoc. David Clark says, "Count me out then." Oh, that's a shame, David. We're the seat for you and everything.
Oh, damn it, David! I thought that you were going to go and spread the word for us. Tell everybody that's what we are. For God's sakes, David.
I thought he does that already, at Mia.
Oh yeah, he's our promo man, isn't he? He's our promo man.
He is our promo man. And I'm not reading that out.
Oh no!
I am not.
Kate show.
I am not reading that out.
Oh, behave yourself, Mr. Simpson.
So good afternoon, everyone's in the show. Big up, and look, there's 28 of you watching, 10 like. Come on, hit that like button. Now, guys, should we start with a bit of breaking news?
Yes, please.
Here he is. We showed you the video to start off. Welcome to Spurs, Manan Solomon. Is he playing number 6 in this window? Is he 5 or 6?
He's like a winger, isn't he? He's like an inverted winger, isn't he? He plays.
No, but is he number 5 in Ellie or number 6 transferring?
Oh, right.
Well, technically, it's not. It's because obviously, if you,
isn't it?
Yeah, number 5. Yeah.
If you count, I suppose, Kulu and
well, you will do, really. What do you reckon to this, guys? Are you happy with the transferring?
Yeah,
I like him. What I've seen of him, he's a very good player, very fast as well.
And so that's in. So look, I'm very pleased with this. Look, I was speaking to somebody today, and I tell you one thing. I said to him that, look, I think it's been a good window so far.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You just got to get the defence sorted.
Yeah, I asked. Well, that will come to in a minute. I've got news on that. But I was asking him a question, and asked you to as well. Do you feel coming out of Europe has forced the owners' hands to spend this summer?
Well, yeah, because like the money that you can generate from a European competition, be it the Europa League or the Champions League, is where the big money is. So because it's top 5, they're thinking, right, other teams are going to be in Europe and maybe take their eye off the ball. And I just feel that, that they're investing in the team because they've got a really good manager as well, who will bring the team together. And if you miss out on that money, it's big money to lose, isn't it, Dermot?
It is. A mere look. Are you happy with our transfer window so far? Are you happy with the business we're doing?
I think as long as we get those centre backs, then I feel like that's obviously something. But then if we would have got centre backs, people would have said, "Why haven't we got James Maddison in?" So I feel like no matter what, it's kind of everyone's gonna be like, but I think so far so good. I want more, and I think if you actually listen to what Ange said, he said it's not about bringing one player in to get you to over that line to win. It's about creating something special, and I feel like that's what Ange is going to do. I feel like he's going to create something special with us, and that will lead us to pushing on to win. And so I don't think it is the fact that they were twisted, their arms were twisted. I think they just got the right manager who spends wisely, because we have spent in the past. We just spent silly, where now this manager sort of suits what we are, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I do understand what you're saying. Look, it's interesting how well we're doing. And I'm glad with the signing. It's another good attacking signing for us. We're going to be mighty up front. See how he goes, but welcome to Tottenham Hotspur Football Club, and we hope you'll have a successful career for us. Right, let's get on with the transfer daily news, guys.
Yeah. All
right, now Spurs transfer news. The VDV deal could happen within 48 hours. Talks have taken place today and have gone on. That's what I got last night. Today's latest news is I'm actually waiting on news. And when I was talking to our source, he is quite confident that we could be getting both of them in, Tapsuba and VDV in. So this could break between today and tomorrow, this VDV deal. That an agreement has been made. So I'll start with you, Mia. Mia, are you happy if we can get him in over the line, plus Tapsoba as well? I mean, that would be brilliant, couldn't it? Two centre-backs in and a goalkeeper. My God, what's happened to our Tottenham?
I think that would stay intent. I think that would be a good intent, that we really are taking it seriously and understanding the problems that we have. However, I'm still doubtful we're going to get both. I feel like that we're going to get Van de Ven, and I don't know about Tapsoba because of the fee. So, but I'm just trying to taper my excitement, because I don't know, like, I keep getting excited and then they just put the dampener on it and say, you know, something else comes out. So I'm not getting excited until I hear that the deal has been agreed. Then I'll be happy.
Yeah. Ellie, how's your feeling on it? Are you happy? Do you know, look, as Carl says, I'm telling you, VDV, here we go, and Tapsoba, here we go tomorrow. Just wait. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing as well, that it could be, you know, 2 centre-backs in by tomorrow evening.
Yeah, and not just the centre-backs. I mean, if we do lose Hoibjerg to Atletico or Bayern, whoever bids the highest for him, I suppose, then we're going to need another central defensive midfielder, because we've only got Basuma and Skip there, right? And then Bentancur, he's more of an attacking one. But I think we should address the defence first, right? And then, because they was thinking of, I heard today, don't know how true this is, but we were touting for James Ward-Prowse. I don't know how true that is.
That's not true, Mia. Ellie,
I didn't think so. I thought it was a load of bull.
Are you happy with, I will go back to the original question. Are you happy if we can get VDV and Tapsoba in, say, by tomorrow? Would you be satisfied with them 2 central defenders in?
Yeah, in terms of the defence, because they're thinking about bringing Longley in as well as a backup. So, yeah, I would be very happy to see those 2 boys walk through our door with the Spurs shirt on and kiss the badge. You know what I mean? Because we need shoring up at the back, that's for sure, because we were so weak there last season.
Yeah, well, as I broke last night on Dave's channel as well, Galatasaray have sent a verbal proposal to Tottenham for Davinson Sanchez confirmed. I can also confirm that there is 2 other European, I think PSV are in for him as well. So there's 2 clubs we could be
PSV.
could be going in. But look, Mia, are you thinking that Galatasaray Tottenham might use Sanchez for Nelson? Like, sort of bring it into the deal.
Do you know, I feel like that is something that might happen. Joe, this is my suspicion. Now, I know what you've just said is what you said about getting both, but my suspicion is that we're going to get Van de Ven, and then what we're going to do, we're going to sell Sanchez to Galatasaray and get Nelson and do what we did with Leicester, and basically that will knock off a bit of the money that we're basically paying for Nelson. I think we're going to end up getting him and Nelson. Van de Ven and Nelson. That's what I think.
Yeah, I think so too. I really do. Look, then we've got understood Tottenham have been approached by Real Betis for Lascelles. So Ellie, happy with that? Let them go.
Yeah,
get them out the door. Get the getting the deadwood out the door like Sanchez. Just get them done.
Yeah, I'm happy with that one, because he never hit the ground running. His attitude was really bad. He stunk the place out. Right. And every time he's around the club, I don't know, I hear things at the club that he wasn't 100% in it. You know, every time he came back, and you want a player to be 100% committed, right? So no, I'll be glad to see the back of Giovanni. Although he is a talented player, he didn't show it for us.
No. If you are liking this, please hit the like button and the subscription button. Please pick up your memberships. And also, if you want, the chat is humping. So if you want to get ahead of the chat, you can also put it into a super chat. It does help us grow, and it helps us because we're looking to bring better content for you next season. Better graphics, better everything. Move up. We're going to try to move on to another level and bring you in next season. So, lo and behold, here's Tom Jones.
I'm leaving if you say that once more, right?
It's not unusual though.
Oh, jeez.
Philip, how are you?
See, I just topped in for a minute or two. I'm just waiting to get my car parked up fully here, so I'm just.
He's in Dublin causing havoc. That's what he's doing.
You're going to meet the sex bombs.
No. Anyway.
What's happening, lads? Anything good news for me?
Yeah, well, we've bought Solomon. He's in the door, so that's done. And we opened up with his video, with him with the Spurs show.
Right.
We've got Carl Simpson. Philip got the
No, look, it's empty. There's nothing in the back of the car. Nothing in the
He's
back of
hiding
the car.
down the bottom.
Yeah, I'll check the boot if I was you. We've got good Carlson. Good to see Dyer is still hiding in the cupboard, hoping she forgets about selling it.
Yeah. That's true.
We've got DG Grint, Tom Jones, Kate. Where's your Welsh impression? And here we go. Here's Kate.
To be honest, I've heard Kate's Welsh impression. Welsh impression is pretty bad.
It is. And then Jim saying hi, Philip, aka Tom Jones.
Hi, Jimmy. The only one without a smart comment for me yet. So how you doing?
But look, Philip,
that Welsh people have got sheep.
Right. Look, we are on the verge of probably getting 2 centre backs in, Philip, from what I'm hearing.
Yeah,
by
I heard that
tomorrow.
too,
That's good.
Yeah.
Is there, I mean, Ellie was saying about we might need another central midfielder, defensive midfielder. Do you agree with Ellie? Do you think we've got enough in the squad?
If we keep Hoibjerg, yes. If Hoibjerg's transferred, then possibly, yeah. But that's up in the air at the minute, isn't it? We don't know what's happening.
I mean, look, I would say, look, I've got it here. Hoibjerg is open to Tottenham Hotspur exit to play UEFA Champions League football from Atletico Madrid and Bayern Munich interest. Now, the question I ask, will we miss Hoibjerg if he was sold? And look, I'm going to leave Ellie to last because we all know Ellie's going to go on a 4-hour rant about Hoibjerg, and that would be the end of the show. Philip, I'll start with you. Will we miss Hoibjerg if he was sold?
Yes.
See,
yeah, we will.
That's what I like about Philip. Straight to the point. One answer.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
No, we will do. Of course we will. Yeah. He's been our rock, a mainstay for performance. Okay, not always performance-wise, appearance-wise. He's always. I mean, they played so many games with him, and but I'd be a little sorry if he went, but not surprised because he might fancy a new challenge himself. So you just don't know, you know.
No, don't look. Everyone knows me and Ellie are massive Hoibjerg fans. I mean, I usually have his shirt behind me. It's only because he's in the washing machine getting washed at the moment, because he's getting ready for his move. But look, Mia, look, you not the biggest Hoibjerg fan in the world, are you? To be honest, but would we miss him if he was sold?
Do you know what? It isn't that. It's just that I really don't think that he does enough. I don't think he adds enough. Like, I don't think he'll add enough to Angie's team to warrant keeping him. So that's my personal, obviously, opinion. Will we miss him? Of course, like, thank you for what you did, but I think that he's just not suitable. So I'll be like, cool, that's the best if that's best for the team and that's what Ange wants, then that's what I want. Because don't forget, I wasn't really for Maddison, but I've said, listen, if Ange wants him, I'm on board with that. So I'm on board with whatever decision he makes. And if Hoibjerg is not suited, then yeah, we have to obviously find someone else.
Right, Ellie, look, I'm going to do this for you now. Where is it now?
Yeah.
I'm going to do this to you now. Where is it now? There you go, Ellie. We're going to put you on full screen now. Go on. Give it your lot. Will we miss Hoibjerg if he was sold? And just look, should we just get tissues out now and just, get ready to start crying? It's going to be some emotional answer.
Before Ellie starts, I have to head off. My parking space is freed up here, so I have to go and get it. So
okay, well, pop back in if you can, Philip, for 5 minutes.
I can, yeah, we'll do. Yeah, I will. Okay, see you later.
All right, speak to you later.
See you later.
Bye, Tom Jones. Right, right. All go for Ellie. Go on, Ellie.
So basically, when Mia says he doesn't do enough, I totally disagree with that because he does do enough. He does more than enough. And because there was only 2 in midfield, what do you expect the guy to do? Conte played 2 in midfield, right? He was fighting a losing battle half the time, but he still looked pretty good. You put any players, however good they are, in a 2-man midfield, right? And then he lost Bentancur. A lot of people tell me that Bentancur was the reason that Hoibjerg looked good. No, they were a brilliant combination together and they knew each other's game so well, and they played together as a team. When one went forward, one held, you know, because they knew they were up against it, right? So when somebody says to me he doesn't do enough, I don't agree with that.
He has times. What I mean is, Ellie, he has plenty of games where he isn't that one running that midfield. That's the problem, and we need that when it comes to Ange. He needs somebody who's going to have that.
I'll respond to that. Right.
Look, can I just say very quickly? I meant to say hit that like everyone, not hot the likes everyone. That's what I meant to say. Look, I want to ask you a question, Ellie. Look,
go on.
We know Hoibjerg played 46 out of 49 games last season. He only missed 3 games last season.
Yeah.
Have we overplayed him?
Yes,
have we burnt him? Have we burnt him out?
Not only have we overplayed him, we've played him in a two-man midfield, which is hard when you're facing 3 or 4 other teams that have got 3 or 4 other players in those positions. So you're already fighting a losing battle because you've got 4, and against the better teams, you get found out because their midfielders are technically brilliant and they can get through you. Look when we played Arsenal. Look when we played Man United away. We got found out. However hard Bentancur and Hoibjerg were running, we got overrun. You see, so it was unfair. You didn't see the best of Hoibjerg in that first season when we played 3 and 4 and we played the inverted wing backs. We were so much better and so much more compact, and you saw a much better version of Pierre-Emile Hoibjerg. So I just think people overlook that fact.
Look, for me, I think people give him a rough deal for no apparent reason. I think there's been worse players out there in the squad, and I think Hoibjerg gets it in the neck unnecessarily. I mean, I love Hoibjerg. You know I do, Ellie. You know what I feel. He's one of my favourite players. And look, for me, he's the Danish king at White Hart Lane. For me, and we shouldn't be selling him. We should be looking at loan out Skip on players like that and keep our big players. Because he didn't play well. There was games last season he let us down.
He didn't play well some games.
And we will all admit that. We'll admit that he didn't play well. But if you look at certain games, look at Southampton before he went out the second half, telling the defenders, this is what Southampton are going to do. This is what they're going to do. 30 seconds later, they score. His hands are up in the air. When we lost to Newcastle 5-0, he was the first one out in the second half on that pitch. Where was Hugo Lloris? Sulking in the dressing room, throwing his toys out of his pram. So look, for me, I'd be sorry to see Hoibjerg go. I've always liked him. His passing is second to none. If you look at some of his passing last season, Mia,
immense.
I mean, some of them for Harry Kane's goals were immense.
Do you know what? I'll tell you what. When he was like, when you see Bentancur on the ball, he's just a different gravy on that ball. Like the way he's so silky on the ball, he's confident. He can bring it. He can connect the back to the front. And Hoibjerg doesn't have that silkiness and that quick thinking to pass the ball. He passes it a lot of the time. If you watch my video with Ash explained it perfectly. Where Hoibjerg will always pick like the safe pass. This is Ash obviously said this as well. But he likes
Ash about that.
he likes Hoibjerg though. But when we were talking, and he said he'll pick more of like the safer pass than he will to be quick to think.
You know what it was? Do you know what it was with that? Right, our movement, especially Sonny, he wasn't at it. Right, and if you're front, and also because Kane drops back to help because it's a 2-man midfield. Right, and if your movement is not good, it's hard to pick a pass. So
the fact is when we had Benson.
Yeah, but Bentancur's a different gravy, like you said. I know he's technically better than Hoibjerg.
But that's why it was easy to look
at cheese.
But that's why.
Hang on. Look, let Ellie finish me, and then you come in and have your say. Because speaking over each other.
You need chalk and cheese in a team. You need a player that's creative, like Bentancur, and he's very good technically on the ball. And then you've got Hoibjerg or cover behind him, right? But if you put another one in there, like Basuma, if Conte played Basuma as well, which he didn't do, you would have seen a whole different midfield, a dynamic that would have been brilliant because you'd have 2 holding and 1 technical, right? And even Basuma, he can pick out a pass as well because his passing is very good. It's just as good as Hoibjerg's, right? But technically on the ball, he's better. But it's horses for courses. You need players that will fight for you and win the ball back, right? And he does win the ball back, even though his stats show 28% that he wins of his tackles. He wins a lot more than that. I don't think those stats are right. I'm going to dispute.
So now you're actually
I just don't think those
some stats, but the ones that suit the narrative you agree with.
Let me have
that's
a say,
not very
then you
fair, though. Yeah. That's not a very fair way of assessing a player, saying that you agree with some of his passing, like some stats, but then other stats you don't agree with. Come on, man, we've got to be fair. The fact is that I don't think the job that he needs to do, I don't think the job he can do is suitable for what Ange wants. Because what I was going to say was he was better with Bentancur because Bentancur was so good. It made him better because he was the one that done like all the good stuff was Bentancur because he connected the midfield, and he got that connection going because he was very forward thinking. He's silky on the ball. He's got that about him where I don't think Hoibjerg has. And when we play with Ange, we're going to be playing a different system, so it's completely different to what Hoibjerg is used for. If that
let me
sense.
ask you. Let me ask you two a question, right?
Yeah,
it's just a word wondered, yes or no. No, just yes or no.
Okay.
Would you keep Hoibjerg as a squad player?
No.
Ellie?
Yes.
Mia?
No.
I would. I'm actually going to put that into the poll. I'm actually interested in that.
You know why I say no? Because if we get money for him, we can get a better player. We can get a player that Ange wants, maybe a player that he feels is more suited.
How do you know that Ange doesn't want it?
Because everywhere that's been if you read everywhere, it always says that he is one of the first ones that's going to go. Him, Perisic, Lloris, they're all the top of the list to go.
It might be.
They're always.
It's
not. But when more than one good reports it, I doubt that it's hearsay. There's. I read it on. I can't think who did it the other day. I reported on it, and it's somebody who's a good journalist, Ellie. It's not some BS. I wouldn't report it if it was BS.
Yeah,
honestly.
I agree with you, but I think once that tour starts, if Hoibjerg's on that bus or aeroplane, wherever they're going on a private jet, probably, if he's on there, then it's going to quell all those.
Well, not necessarily, Ellie, because look, players have gone away in pre-season before, and then the transfer window doesn't shut until the 1st of September. So we've got between now and the 1st of September, if he is to go. Look, I don't want him to go. But look, I can understand people that do want him to go. And I do understand when people say, look, there's games he hasn't played well. There's times that he hasn't put a shift in. We all know Bentancur is a player that's above Hoibjerg. We all know Bentancur is a different.
Nobody disputes that. Nobody.
But for me, I think Hoibjerg gets a bit of a rough deal. But he's a bit like, how can I put it? I always call him he's our Graham Roberts. That's how I always. Graham Roberts wasn't the greatest technical player in the world. But if you wanted somebody with determination and put the foot in where he needs to put it in and put his body on the line, then Roberts was your man. Hoibjerg's like that. How many times has Hoibjerg, he's been, when we lost 3-0 away to Arsenal, when we've had really bad games, Hoibjerg has been one of the 3 or 4 players we could have turned around and said, okay.
Oh, he's gone.
Because every time that we've lost those games, Hoibjerg's been there as well. So he's part of the problem of the team that we lost all those games.
Yeah, Dermotron's back.
Like, honestly.
Where did you go, Dermot? Is that Hoibjerg?
No,
you're here.
I think it was Levy trying to bring me in for have a cup of tea as part of the Levy Lovers Association. Do you know what we're trying to
maybe.
Say? Welcome, guys. Welcome, guys.
Biscuits.
Yeah, that was it. Look, we always say Hoibjerg is there and thereabouts. But look, I've put a poll in the chat, and basically, the question is, would you keep Hoibjerg, PHE, as a squad player? 27% have said yes, 73% said no.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Like I said, most people don't like him because he's not that fluent, technical player that's nice on the eye, because he isn't. I even admit that. Come on, he isn't, right? But he does a job for you, and he'll get stuck in, and he's very good at passing. I know that for a fact because I watch him closely. He's fantastic at passing.
Jazz Fusion ask, is it safe to turn the volume back up?
Sorry, Jazz.
I'll do one tomorrow. I know it's going to say, because I'm a big fan of Long Lane. A lot of people are actually criticizing me for that. DJ Green says I want to vote 10 times. We've got Paul Brown. Evening, folks. Come on, Hoibjerg, just for Ellie. Yeah.
Come on, yes.
I can see Ellie now. She'll be on her different accounts now going
I've
on to
always
this
liked hard-working players. That's why I always like that type of player.
Carl Simpson says Hoibjerg has to go. We can get 35 million for him. We cannot have him as a squad player with that money. Yeah. And don't forget what Skip was there as well. Yeah, that's true. Look, for me, out of Hoibjerg and Skip will go before Hoibjerg. I know because I couldn't take my eyes off him. He was
culpable
for everything. We've got Richie saying hello. Edson fan saying hello to Kate. We've got Colin, big up Colin. He says Hoibjerg knows that he doesn't fit the new system and wants to go, so Ange can do what's best for the Tick club, and that's Hoibjerg all over.
Yeah, he's a gentleman, isn't he?
Yeah.
But it's just the whole point in that sentence was he is not suitable for Ange's squad. And that's why I said if he's not suitable and Ange thinks that, then that's the best thing for him to do, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of players that are not suited to that as well.
Yeah, Hoibjerg is not one of them.
He is one of them because that's what Colin just said. He is one of those that's not suitable.
I'm going to disagree with you and Colin.
I do not give any damns, right? Because I know that he's not suited, and that's why they are agreeing for him to go.
Well,
clearly.
Me and Ellie are going to disagree with everyone, and we will. The Paul Jones, the trouble, that's the trouble with us Spurs fans. We get sentimental over a very average player. PHE needs to leave.
Yeah,
Terry White says,
I'm not sentimental about him. I just think he's a good enough player.
Ellie, let's be honest. You fancy him, and you've said that many
occasions.
I
don't fancy him.
Yes, you have done.
If you're talking about fancying a player at Spurs, it's Romero. I'll give Mia some competition.
Hands off.
Yeah, you see, I knew that would get there. Terry White says, in my opinion, I don't think Hoibjerg will be much of a loss.
Yep.
Kate's saying we have more important areas to strengthen, so I keep Hoibjerg.
But if we can sell him, what the whole point is, it's not about the order that we sell them, because at the end of the day, if we can get money for him, then cool, they're going to offer and we accept it. It's not about we get rid of him, so he's the most important one to leave. It's about who offers.
Yeah, David Clark says David Clark says, I love Hoibjerg. His best games have been for Denmark, but under Ange's system, Hoibjerg just doesn't suit because Ange prefers a more athletic, creative passer. So thank you for your service. That seems to be this general census, really. Colin says, PHE wants out. People going on pre-season tour means nothing. No, it doesn't. And I did say that. Yeah. Terry says, Ellie makes a lot of sense.
I do.
PHE has asked to leave. He wants a new challenge. Jessica, big up Jessica. I haven't seen you before on the channel, so welcome, and please hit that like button, subscription button. We want to get more ladies watching our shows. We have a very high volume of men, and we want to get the women that come in, Spurs fans as well, that come in and have our say as well. So look, come on in, have your say. Ellie does the lady show. She comes on to the men's shows with Mia as well. So, look, we tried to be fair on this channel. So, yeah, great to see it. She says, you bang on, Mia. PEH out, a proper number 6 in. So, there you go, Mia. We've got Dara says the boss must be okay with him going. So, it seems PEH is as well. He's open to a move. He is. That's what I'm hearing. So, do you know what? That Hoibjerg thing's going to run on and on and on. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Right, we'll go back to the transfer news, guys, because where is it now? Where have I put it now?
To be honest, if an offer comes in and it's decent, I don't think it's going to run on and on. I think that it gets sold quite quick.
It's going to be sold. He will be sold because, like you say, he can suit certain systems, but I think you need the more athletic player. I agree with that.
Yeah. PSG are looking at the Juventus striker Vlahovic. Spurs are also interested in him, but the short list of players that could be potential replacement for Kane if he leaves are the players there which I cannot pronounce.
Højlund.
Yeah, it's not the one from Man City, by the way.
He's a Danish player.
He is, yeah. And any of them do you think would be good to look? Simon Jordan made a point last week, and me and Philip discussed it. It was you could get 120 million for Harry Kane, spend that on a new striker, but are you going to get? Is that player going to guarantee you 25 goals a season where Harry Kane does? So
no. But the point is that the way that Ange likes to play, if you listen to what he said in his presser, he turned around and said it isn't about one player. He likes his players to all score goals. He said that last season we only had 3 players that scored, and that's why he was happy to get Maddison, because Maddison also scores, and he believes in everybody scoring. So
yeah.
That's why.
Yeah. Okay. Then we've got now. This is what I heard this morning. Bayern Munich's next offer, if they are to return, will be 90 million plus add-ons. That will reach around 120 million euro mark. Now, I'm going to start with you, Ellie. If that came in, do you think that might turn Levy's head?
Probably, yeah. Probably, I would say, yeah. But if I was Levy, I'd try and bust my gut to keep Kane, because he's such an important player, and you need people. You need, like Mia just mentioned, you need players to score, and he's guaranteed to score at least 25. So why would you want to lose that from your team and get some other rookie who you don't know how he's going to gel into the team? Harry Kane knows the way we play. He knows that style of play that Ange plays as well, because we sort of played it under Pochettino. Maybe not quite like one-touch football, but it was very fast-paced and good on pressing. So I want to see the club bust their gut to keep him.
Philip, I go to you, and then I go to you, Mia. Look, we talked about this last week about what Simon Jordan said, and I know you fell off my chair because you agreed with him. Which is twice now you've agreed with Paul Merson and Simon Jordan, which is unheard of.
I better go and book a doctor's appointment. There's something wrong with me.
Yeah. But no, do you think, look, Bayern here, I got given this morning, and it's a Bayern Munich next offer, if they are to return, will be 90 million plus add-ons. That will reach around 120 million euro mark.
That's
now, I said...
That's 100 sterling.
That's 100 million. Now, that's what Levy wants. Do you think that might tempt him?
Probably. Yeah, I think it might. It'd be like he's in a no-win situation. That if he turns down 100 million, right, and that's Kane walk at the end of next season, and Kane doesn't have a very good season, he's going to get absolutely hung, drawn, and quartered by the fans, which he'll get done anyway if he lets him go. So he can't really win. The only positive side, if we do let him go, and I don't want him to go, is we'll have 100 million in the bank to buy more players. Whether they come up to Kane's standard is very, very doubtful in short term. They might do in long term. But it's a very awkward position for Daniel Levy. And I bet you he's hoping Bayern Munich walk away now before they have to make that decision.
Yeah. I mean, Mia, look, we all want Harry to stay. We all know he's a club legend. We all know he's our main goal scorer. But, I sort of go under the thought of, look, there's no player bigger than the club. We've lost big players before in our time, Glenn Hoddle, so on and so on and so on. Look, do you think £100 million is going to be too good to turn down for a player that's turning 30 the end of this month?
It's a bit of a funny one, because what I personally think and what I think that Levy thinks are two different things. So I think Levy believes that Kane will sign another contract. And I think that is genuinely what Daniel Levy believes. If it was me, I wouldn't turn it down, because if he doesn't sign a contract, I would say, as I've always said, here's your contract. If you want to stay, you sign that contract. If you don't want to sign it, you're out of here. As a good guy once said, it's time to go. If you know, you know, innit? Good old Claude, R.I.P. Claude.
Look, Do you know what? Do you know what, Mia? I've said the same. I've said the same to Dave Harris. I've said the same to Ellie. I've said this privately as I'm saying it now publicly. Look, Harry Kane, we have a decision to make. If he doesn't sell this contract, are we going down the road of him going for free next summer and doing what happened with Sol Campbell back in 2001? I know different type of players and probably a different time. But is he going to make the same mistake twice? And surely he can't be that gullible.
No, I think, do you know what, right? It's all about timing. I feel like that we should give him a time limit to which he can decide whether he wants to sign. Because I feel like letting it drag on until the transfer window ends is silly. I feel like that would be, because then we don't know if he's going to sign. And what if he doesn't sign? You know, that's the problem, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm going to say, Kane needs to come out and ask. Well, Carl, we did break that about, what's it, 3 weeks ago, guys? 3.5 weeks ago?
Yeah, about
that.
Yeah, roughly.
Yeah, that he did put in a transfer request and Levy turned it down. And we broke that, and that came out about a week ago, and that turned out to be true. So we have put it out there. He has put in a transfer request. Levy has rejected it. So, he has asked to leave. But look, we just have to see what happens. Look, we've got Jim saying here, and let me take that down so we all can be seen. Levy should not be thinking of taking any money for Kane. All his effort should be trying to make him sign. Terry White saying Kane is staying. Bayern isn't going to pay Levy ransom. I think Kane will be excited with the new signings and direction of the club. Kate is saying Levy won't sell Kane for less than 140 million. He is not going anywhere. Well, look, money talks. Jessica, big up Jessica. She says 90 million and a player, I think. I'd be looking for 90 million and Ryan Gavin Bunch, a number 6 or a number 8 player. Guys, do you agree with Jessica?
Yeah, he's a very good player, but we've got a top striker, a world-class striker who loves playing for Spurs, and contrary to belief, I think all right, he did hand in a transfer request, but I still think he loves Spurs, and if he was to be offered a new contract that he couldn't refuse with us, I think he'll play out his career with us.
Can I just ask a question then? It's already been reported that he has been given a contract, and it's also been reported that he is biding his time and not in a hurry to sign it. If he loved Tottenham and wanted to stay, he would have signed it by now, Ellie. That is what I would say.
Yeah,
I don't think we can doubt that he loves Tottenham.
I'm not trying to say he doesn't love Tottenham. However, what I will say, if he was committed to Tottenham, he would have signed it.
Yeah,
he wants to wait till he's talked to Ange Postecoglou, I think. Yeah. It wouldn't be fair to give a decision before he's had the opportunity to have a chat with him. Then I think we should know more after tomorrow if they have a chat.
Yeah, I know. I've asked two questions, guys, and I'm waiting on the response on them.
The problem is that didn't you hear Ange? Ange said, I'm not here to convince him. He turned around and said, I will talk to Harry, I'll introduce him, but it's not down to me to help make that decision, basically. So it isn't really down to Ange.
Not down to him, but it's up to Ange to explain his policies, what he sees happening at Spurs next season, and hoping that Harry will buy into it. That's where he comes in. It's not down to him, but it is up to him to put across the best possible case for the future season at Tottenham. That the players were buying in, the ones that will be going. If that impresses Harry, then fair enough. If he loves Tottenham enough, he'll sign.
Yeah.
Look, for me, this has already been set in stone for Harry Kane. There's probably a lot more behind the scenes happening than we realise. I agree with Mia. He should have signed by now. It's a 4-year contract, 300 to 400 grand a week. But as where is it now? I did put a comment there. Where is this comment now? Cottenham's comment says to David Clark, I have it under good authority, and so do I as well from our source, that if it's the right amount is offered, Levy will accept. Guys, look. I'm going to ask you a yes or no question. Okay. If Bayern Munich, Andy, put in £100 million, what Levy asked for, will he accept it? Yes or no?
Yes.
Philip?
Yeah. Yeah, I think he will.
Mia?
Yeah.
So are we sort of all in the agreement? Look, we all want Kane to stay, but if the right amount is offered, do you think? And how do you think that? Look, if Kane does leave, how do you think his legacy will be at Tottenham if he did leave? How do you think his legacy will be left at Tottenham?
He'll not be Sol Campbell, that's for sure.
No,
but it could be next summer if he stays at Spurs and goes on a free transfer to Man United or Chelsea. Then he would become in the Sol Campbell bracket. At the minute, I think we'll be. It's like you keep saying, Dermot. We've lost Jimmy Greaves in the past. We've lost Glenn Hoddle. They're still well. Jimmy Greaves is dead, but Glenn Hoddle is still welcome back as a hero to Tottenham, right?
Even though he was a crap manager.
I know that, but so is David Ginola when he comes back. So, he'll be remembered as our greatest ever goal scorer since Jimmy Greaves, and deservedly so. And I think any Spurs fans that holds it against him should look 12 months down the road. Would you rather have him leave for nothing and go wherever he wants?
That's it.
Yeah.
Look, I've had conversations with Dave and other people and saying, look, if Harry Kane stays, we need him to get Champions League football and that and all this. And look, I can understand what people are saying on that. But like as Mia's also said, he needs to show ambition. He needs to show. Do you want to explain your thought, Mia? Because I don't want to get you wrong and take your words out of context.
Like, okay, people are going to probably, I don't know, people are going to disagree. I had a big disagreement in the group chat about this. But for me, he should, as an elite player, he should want to win leagues. He should want to be in the conversation every year for Champions League. Like, that's how I personally view it. And I feel like if he gets that opportunity as the player that he is, it will be a crying shame if he ends his career with no trophies or a League Cup trophy. I feel that would be a real shame for him as a player.
Yeah. I think,
what do you reckon to that, Ellie? Look, do you think it'd be, Mia said if he finishes with a League Cup, it's not good enough.
Yeah,
look,
I do agree.
Robbie Keane sort of won a League Cup at Tottenham.
Yeah.
What's his name? Ledley King only won a League Cup at Tottenham. They're still club legends. They're still welcome back with open arms.
Of course.
Though Robbie Keane at the moment, I'm a bit peed off with for other reasons, but I won't go into that. And Philip probably knows why too. But okay. Do you think it would tarnish his legacy if he just won a League Cup at Spurs?
No. Let me address Mia's thing as well, because she makes very good points. Obviously, if you're an elite athlete, but you know what? If we bucked up our ideas and acted like an elite club, because we have got the elite status, but we don't act like an elite club. So he's probably thinking, this club doesn't match my ambition, right? He stayed for so many years and been loyal to us, right? And now it is time, like Mia said, he needs to go and win things, yeah? Because we're not, even with Maddison coming in, we're still not showing the right ambition. And also, because we didn't qualify for Europe as well, we can't attract all the best players like the Man Cities. And they are acting like elite clubs and they've won things, right? And we haven't won things. We've only won one trophy in 23 years. So he probably thinks, no, I'm much better than Spurs. I've got to move on because I am an elite player and I need to do elite things. I just wish our club thought that way, you know.
Right. Philip, look, David Clark puts here, Bayern Munich will not pay 120 million. Well, look, David, we haven't authority, they will, so I'll take it from my source and trust him and back him to the help for what he's telling us. I'm basically designing a new house. Well, Harry Kane has got a housing portfolio, what do you call it?
Houses. He owns a load of property around London.
Yeah, that's it. He owns a load of property anyway.
You got it right.
Yeah. Look, and so Kane is going nowhere. Look, we got fans saying like David Clark, Kane's going nowhere. We've got fans saying that, look, he will be going. And we've got fans in the middle saying, look, we want him to stay, but he's only got a year left in his contract, Philip. Look,
there's three people know.
You watched Spurs for many, many years. do you know, you're the godfather of the Spurs community. You're the godfather of this channel. What is your antenna telling you? What's your Spurs radar saying to you what's going to happen? Because if anyone would know, it would be you.
I don't know. I'll tell you one thing. Going back to yesterday's press conference with Ange, Ange has been very cute, saying it's not down to him to keep Harry Kane at the club. He's more or less saying, if Harry Kane's leaves, don't blame me. It's Daniel Levy's fault, right?
Yeah.
So he's learned quickly. Secondly, who knows? I mean, it's really, if you're a fly on the wall in the Kane household tonight, you might have a better idea what's going on here.
Yeah.
I just do not know. I'm 50-50 on it. Half of me says he's going to go, half of me says he's going to stay, and half of me tells me no matter what Ange says, a lot of what Ange Postecoglou says to Harry Kane tomorrow will have a bearing on his final decision. Yeah. If he's made his mind up to leave the club already, then it's done and dusted. But if he goes in there tomorrow with an open mind, and Ange can lay out the policy, the players we're signing, the players we're going to sign, who knows? But I think if I had to get off the fence, I'd say he's going.
Yeah, do you know what, Philip? I think we all sort of agree with that, don't I? Know. I think we all would, if we all were to get off the fence, and I think we all would say that. Look, for me, Harry Kane is a club legend, but 100 million, could you turn that down for a 30-year-old? Year left in his contract? You'd be mad to, in my opinion. But look, Tottenham will survive with or without Harry Kane. I tell you what. Yeah, go on, Mia.
Joe, one thing I will say is that we might, if we did sell Kane and get a player, you can't replace him, as I've always said, but you might find that we just play a different way, and that might be better because it might mean that there's more of a team effort instead of just a Harry Kane. Do you know? I'm not trying to say we're better without Kane. I'm just saying we might play a different way without Kane.
You know what I'm going to say? I'm going to make the most Spursy prediction of the whole thing, right?
Go on.
Harry Kane leaves in the summer, and we win the FA Cup and the League Cup next season without him.
And if we do, so be it. And that just proves that we didn't need Harry Kane to win. That means we didn't need Harry Kane to win a trophy, right? So does that really matter?
Well, it means that the footballing side has been improved to the level we are competing, which we haven't done for the last few seasons. It means that they've got the right manager in, the right players in to replace the dead wood. And Harry Kane, collateral damage if he's gone without winning a trophy at Tottenham, tough. We could always turn around and say, Harry, look what would have happened if he'd stayed.
Yeah.
That's a good point. In the chat, let us know. Would you rather Harry Kane stayed, or would you rather, if we won a League Cup, if he left, what one would you rather? Because to me, it's about winning trophies, right? So if Kane stays and we don't guarantee that trophy, we can't be guaranteed we get that trophy. Yeah. If he leaves and we win it, so be it, right?
So, Ellie, look, if the bid isn't accepted, Brian will wait till next year. Now, I found this bit in the German media. I don't know where it is. I will find it. I did have it up earlier. So let me bring it up now. Oh, here it is. This is it now. This is it. And oh, no. That's Hugo. But anyway, the German media are saying that, that Harry Kane has already agreed to join them on a free transfer if he's out of contract in January, because he can join a European club in January. Look, we all want him to stay, Ellie. I know I'm hearing rumblings from Kildare at the moment that the Thunder Lord up there is getting his big hammer ready to come down to Wetford and belt in my house. Look, we all want him to stay, but surely to God, he has to come out and say something, Ellie. We leave it. Look, he's left it to Charlie Kane, who's the biggest knobhead this side of Christmas. Apparently they've met him. They met his dad, Bayern Munich, apparently. Philip knows. We all know your opinion on the tapping up side of it. Look, and it does go on. Look, do we need to hear something from Harry tomorrow, one way or the other?
Yeah, I think he needs to make a decision tomorrow.
I can't
to
hear
put
anything.
all us fans out of our misery. Because if he has that chat with Ange and he still wants to go, then
I'm going to sign out and come back in again. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Does that mean he doesn't believe in Ange's thing? No, I think it's because he wants to win things. And if Ange can't, no manager can guarantee winning even Pep Guardiola next year, he's not guaranteed to win, but
Yeah,
he's got a bloody good
come
chance.
on, they are guaranteed
They
to
are
win.
guaranteed.
No,
They are.
no club can guarantee to
Listen,
win.
they've
Look at
won,
Liverpool.
but
They
they've won
didn't win a
6.
championship for 20 years,
Yeah,
and
and
they've storming it.
But they've
And
won
it-
5 out of. They've won.
changes.
Haven't they won 6 out of 7 Premier Leagues?
Yes,
like,
yeah,
of course,
yeah.
they
But
guarantee.
things
Like,
change. Do you know Liverpool? They were dominant as well. Manchester
one
United were dominant,
season
and
for
then
like
they
a bit.
slapped off.
look,
It
everything,
will happen. They won't
everything-
always dominate. Football goes in cycles.
everything goes in. As I was about to say, Ellie, you took the
Yeah.
words out of my mouth. You mean knowing well enough everything goes in cycles. Look, for years, Man United never won. They won the odd FA Cup here and there until Fergie came in. There's Fred
Yeah.
behind you, Ellie. And I'm calling him Fred now, Fred the cat.
That's not Iggy.
Yeah, I'm calling him Fred. It looks like a Fred.
The girl.
Look, Man United. Oh, Fredette then. There you go. There you go. Look, Man United didn't win anything for years, and then suddenly they won something. And I very quickly on this, guys. I read a story earlier. Next season will be the first season in Man United, I think, for 30 or 40, 30 something years, that no player that was bought in or trained up by Alex Ferguson will start next season.
There you go.
De Gea was the last player of the Fergie era.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
mad.
Now, I read that earlier, and I couldn't believe that. It's something like the first time in 84 years that there's going to be no
Crazy.
player from under the Fergie or the Sir Matt Busby era will be at Manchester United. Now,
Well,
what do you think
yeah.
of that, Philip? There's a stat for you. Can you hear us, Philip?
Can you hear us? Oh God, we saw
Oh, God, we've got Philip's ear.
Do you know, can I just address someone's point in the chat? Do you know what?
Which
this
one?
is the
Which one
this
is it, Mia?
Adrian Stroker. This one, I'll get it up here. Go ahead.
Adrian Stroker, my friend.
Stroker.
Yeah.
Like, what I would say is that, do you know what? If you look at the Premier League currently, how many times that City won it? If Kane would have won it, would you have said the same? If Kane would have gone when he's supposed to go, would you have said the same? Because it's the same difference over here now than what it is with City, pretty much. And also, do you disrespect Lewandowski for winning, for being at a German club? Do we say he's not a good player because he played in Germany? No, we don't. We know he's a fantastic player. So to disrespect like that, I think is so disrespectful to the German league when you've had a player like Lewandowski there. Honestly, I don't understand that.
I love watching
He has got a point because
No, they only
Bayern
won.
Munich, I looked it up today, they've won
this-
80% of the titles.
But this
whereas Man
season-
City haven't.
But this
They
start, the
haven't.
season just gone, is that they won it only by goal difference. They only just about
Yeah,
won it
but
this
they
season.
still won it. They still
Yeah, but
won
they
it.
only just did, but it wasn't as big a gap or like they've actually stormed ahead. Like, the fact is that City have, over the last few years, City have won it a lot of times. And I feel like it's disrespectful to say, like I say, a player like Lewandowski who comes from that league is what, a lesser player because he comes from that league? No. So if Kane won over there, obviously means it doesn't mean anything less to you as a player. Surely not.
I think he's just making the point that they're dominant. They are totally dominant over there. That's
so
why.
is City for
I
us.
think he doesn't mean it in disrespect. I think he just means it because
he does mean it in
they
disrespect
are-
because it's like winning a fluffy toy at the fairground. I feel like that.
Yeah.
That is a. I
from
think that
old school.
if Kane wins over there and then he's fighting every year there in the conversation for Champions League, of course he's going to be wanting that. Surely a player of his stature will want to be in the conversation for Champions League every season. And could he get them over the line one time to win it?
Yeah.
So you're telling me that if he gets into those semi-finals, finals of Champions League, that wouldn't be bigger than just one League Cup over here and winning their league? Come on, man.
No. But he's
Of
not said that
course.
though. Yeah.
Can I get a word in?
Yeah. Go on. We're battling it out, me and Mia.
I just put that. Please take that as a joke. It was meant to be funny.
Yeah, it's all right, though. But of course, you can get a word in edgeways, not.
I just had to put it up. It was just, I just thought I couldn't. I thought it was too good of an opportunity not to put that in.
Cheeky boy. What are we going to do to him later, Mia?
Oh God. Greg Elliot's liked it. He found it very funny. Look, a lot of people have put stuff in the chat here. Look, I love the German league. I'm a big RB Leipzig fan in the German and the Bundesliga.
Oh, we didn't know that one.
Yeah, I am. I do. I watch the German league when I can. I follow RB Leipzig. Absolutely. And Jazz Fusion, Dortmund did choke it, and they did choke.
Yeah.
They did really talk. It's 12 years in a row they've won the league over there by Munich.
Yeah.
David Clark says, it's my only opinion that Kane only wants to stay in England. Therefore, he will stay next season and see how the season pans out. If it's averaged, then he would choose a Premier League team, not a European team. David,
so why did he sign the pre-con? Why did he agree to the terms at Bayern if he didn't want to go over there?
Yeah.
Well, we don't know if that's true or not, but we've got to say we've got exactly Ellie. Kate's agreeing with you.
Yeah.
Lewandowski won the Champions League. Kane wants United. Bayern are acceptable compromise. Chelsea are a nuclear option. Agreed. No one is guaranteed to win anything next season. Only Spurs will do the treble. Yeah, Terry White says winning the league with Bayern, who cares? It's a one league team, not much of an accomplishment, in my opinion. Well, you can say, hang on, you can say the same guys about PSG in the French league. You can say probably the same about the Spanish league, Real Madrid and Barcelona. Only 2 of 10 win a league every year. You could probably say the same about the Scottish league as well, Celtic or Rangers. The Italian league, Juventus, didn't they win it 6 years in a row or something like that? 7 years in a row?
Half of them were Conte was there. They won it 9 times.
Yeah. So look,
I think there was 1 year break where they didn't win it.
Man United won the Premier League 4 years in a row. City have won it 6 now. Was it 5 out of the last 6 years? They've won it
7,
6 out of 7.
They've done the treble. They've won, they won the League Cup 5 years in a row.
I know.
Do you know what I mean? So look, Daniel was saying just to go love, Bayern would not be putting all this effort into sign Kane unless they knew Kane wants to 100% join them. That's how transfer works these days.
100%,
and as I did say yesterday, Bayern Munich have 220 million euro coming into them from transfers. So they do have the funds to back this transfer up. But we'll have to see what happens tomorrow. I think it's going to be a very, very big day. And we'll find out. Kate thinks it's media hype. Well, Kate, it's not, and I'm telling you that it's not, because I'm hearing stuff from the background. It really isn't media hype. And Mia and Ellie can back me up in that, can't you, girls?
Yeah. That's why I speak so confidently about it, because I know, innit? It's not like I'm coming from a place of not understanding.
No, and Ellie, you know that as well, don't you? The news we get, the amount of news we put together in the background, and the amount of news I pass to you or Mia and Philip every day from the news we get. And we do choose, don't we? Well, we do try and we go through the show before we come on and what we're going to do. And if Ellie might say to me, do you know what, Dermot, I wouldn't put that in. And we don't put it in. Or Mia said, do you know what, I don't think that's right. Or Philip will say, or I might say. We do try to put the news together for you that it's as accurate. It's as accurate as possible. Nothing's ever 100% accurate, but we try to do it. So we do try our best. Not all the time we get it right, but we do. If I don't get it right, Ellie and Mia put me in her dungeon, but there you go. Daniel East, Spurs fans honestly doubting whether he wants to join Mia over staying here. Seriously, be real. Stitch is seeing that. He's in Stitch is saying, can I get a word in, please? Oh dear, that's funny. I'm glad you. I noticed Mia didn't laugh. I hope Mia wasn't offended by that. Were you, Mia?
No, not at all. I know I talk too much, so I apologise.
No, don't apologise. It was just funny. It's just when you two talk together, you talk over each other. It's very hard to hear. So that's why I have some to come in.
I think we weren't this time, though. I don't think.
Oh, no. I'm just saying it's like watching a big heavyweight fight.
Yeah, because it's nice to have a bit of banter, isn't it? Come on, that's what we live for.
If Lewandowski came to Tottenham with Bayern and wiped the floor, and that's true, he did, didn't he? Back in the Champions League when they won
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. People are disrespecting him, saying, "Oh, you couldn't do it in the Prem or whatever." Are you joking me, Lewandowski? Come on, man. He's a brilliant player. Look at
he can do it anywhere.
It's my league, Dermot. Yeah, Jad says it's my league, Dermot, as well. Greek. I prefer the German league to the Italian league, if I be honest with you, and the Spanish league.
It's probably faster.
It's the fans. I love the fans out in the German.
Fans are brilliant. Dortmund fans I like.
Yeah, Carl Simpson says there are so many players that ducked the Premier League over the years they couldn't hack the potential pressure. Nope, exactly. Whatever. Kate saying, Adrian saying, Mia, do you think the UK media and the Premier League fans would react to Kane winning the German or French league for that matter? Kane would be sneered at, if not ridiculed.
Would they? How about all the players that have won it before in the German league? Are people sneered at them? Have they? Have they really sneered at Mbappe? Have they done that?
David Beckham?
Have they sneered at that? That's
Matt
what I'm
Manaman.
saying. This is what I'm saying, though. People don't really think, because they think, oh, what about in the past? Just because Kane, we're maybe attached to him, maybe we are different, but I can separate it. And I think, look, all the players in the past that have won there. What, do we sneer at them? No.
Paul Jones puts here, I've never seen a Spurs fan beg so much to get rid of our greatest ever goal scorer. It's a German football. It's guaranteed title. If he wants something with Spurs, it would mean more to him. Well, come out and say he wants to stay Spurs then. Sign the contract.
Fact is, it's not that no one wants to get rid of him. I can see things as as a Spurs fan, but I can also see things not as a Spurs fan. Now, if I take my Spurs fan hat off and I can see it for what it is, I can see that if Kane goes to somewhere like a Bayern and wins a big trophy, that's massive for him. That's huge. Of course it is.
See, if he won the Champions League with Bayern, I don't think people would scoff at it, because
Absolutely
they're so dominant in their league. They're going to say, oh, well, you know, they always win it. So what's the difference?
Let me name you three players, right? Steve McManaman left Liverpool to go to Real Madrid, won the Champions League. Yeah. David Beckham left Manchester United to go to Real Madrid and PSG, and I think he won leagues at both clubs as well, if I'm right. And also, who was the third player? Gareth Bale left Spurs to go to Real Madrid and won everything with Real Madrid. Do we sneer at them players? Do we sneer at them? Do we say what they've won is not good and it's not worth winning? No, we don't. So why would we do the same to Harry Kane if we went to win the league or a German Cup or a Champions League at Bayern Munich? They're one of the biggest clubs in Europe, Bayern Munich.
Yeah,
they're massive.
I don't think anybody would sneer at another club winning the Champions League, because everybody's in the same pot. But with your own league,
I do with Liverpool.
Yeah, but with your own league, if you're more or less like Bayern Munich win it, PSG win it, don't they? It's like Celtic or Rangers win it in Scotland. It's very rare that another team breaks the lines.
Well, the only team that last won the Scottish League from right was Aberdeen back in 1982. Was the last time anyone by Rangers or Celtic won the Premier League up in Scotland. Kate says, and Dermot, that's exactly why the Premier League's the most competitive league in the world. David Clark, being controversial as always, saying most sports journalists BS. They tell you they know information from within the clubs when they clearly don't. Right, I'm not going to say nothing on this. Ellie, will you please, for once and for all, will you please get this out of the way, because I am fed up with people coming in and saying, and it is on other channels as well, that our sources are crap. All these ITNOs don't know what they're talking about. For once and for all, Ellie, will you put this to bed?
Yeah, because look, they do get good information a lot of the time. There's times where it's spun a little bit, but 99% of the, no, I say 90% of the time, they're spilling out strong stuff, and we have to report it. If we trust that source as well, we don't just go on sports journalists like you say, David. We're going from other sources that, get fed a lot of good stuff, and we only report it if we think it's solid. We're not going to just spill it out willy-nilly. No, that's not our channel. We're here to give you the information that we know is, been bona fide, or we know there's some really good source that's giving us that information, and we will rely on that source. And Dermot will not take no rubbish out of anybody. He'll make sure, he'll check it himself. He's a very diligent man.
I tell you one thing, and Mia knows, Ellie knows, Philip knows as well. We do not put any crap on this channel. The only time we announce stuff is when we know it's 90% true. And we did break. We have broke 2 stories. We were the first ones to break about the United Trent takeover, and Colin came into the chat and told us that. We were the first one also to break over, I think if I'm right, Ange taking over that morning, getting the job. Well, within half an hour or so. And we're ahead of Sky Sports News over a story as well this transfer window, which I think Ellie and Mia and Philip were all on that stream with me.
Yeah.
We have broke stuff before. So look, our source has come out, has come true more times than he hasn't. And look, if you want to trust a second-hand salesman, that's grand, but I trust my source and I back him 100%. I don't care what anyone says. I have his back and I back him 100%. Mia, do you want to say anything on that subject?
Yes. No, I think you covered it all. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, see. There you go. Big up, Mia. Right, guys, very quickly, the show's overran today by 5-10 minutes. Didn't mean
do you know what? You has made a fantastic point. We don't mind buying their players, but we disrespect their leagues. Absolutely spot on.
Who said that?
You. That is such a wicked point. That really is.
I don't remember saying it.
You said it, Dermot. It's spot on, man. Spot on.
Oh, yeah, it's not me. It's not me. Oh, you. I see what you mean.
There we go.
Actually, it's actually a very good point, actually. I'll take that Hugo off for a minute. That's actually a very good point.
That's a fantastic point.
Yeah. It is Spurs Ninja Liberty Media, the owners of Formula One, might be interested in buying the Spurs. Please make that happen.
Spurs Ninja.
No, Liberty Media taking over Tottenham, the owners of Formula One. Please make that happen. We could have a Tottenham Hotspur Formula One team.
And just they're really rich.
They are. They have turned. I tell you one thing: when they bought Formula One off Bernie Ecclestone, Formula One was sort of a rich man's. It was going somewhere, but since Liberty Media took it, they've totally turned it around. So we've got David Clark when Kane leaves, which obviously happened in the transfer or retirement. I will compliment him on his great service for our club. Wish him well for the future, but once he's gone for me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like any player. I know some people hold sentiment for players.
Look, right, I'm great. Another distraction with the football. We all moan, right, about Levy and Enoch. We all moan about we want them gone. So when somebody comes in, like the owners of Formula One who have money, want to buy our football club, then people are not happy with that. What do we want? We're not going to get like a Jack Walker or an Abramovich coming in. All these companies, haven't they, guys, have other interests in, like Jim Ratcliffe or the Qataris. Listen, right, I'm going to ask you a question, right? Yes or no? Right, if, say, Liberty Media or a Qatari wanted to buy Spurs, who would you say yes to?
Liberty Media.
Mia?
Yeah, Liberty Media, yeah.
And what do you say? F1 owners will increase prices, but have you seen how much is it to go to a full match much? Joe, Formula One is a completely different ball game to football. It's a completely different world out there. It's more. You haven't just got 90 minutes of a match. You've got 4 days of motorsport, which people will buy it costs. I think it's 300 something quid for a ticket. But I don't know. I need to look into that. I will get the information on that for you for our next show. We've got Greg saying Liberty Media. Borg to get Enoch out. Both to get Enoch out, says Airtel Cockrell. Yeah. More drama with Kane and Harry and Meghan.
Don't get me started on those two dingbats.
Yeah, that's actually for Mia's podcast when she comes on. It's called It's called the Harry and Meghan when Harry met Meghan. That's what that's all about.
Yeah, well, you won't know how they met because they keep lying about it. So,
Yeah.
you know, it is
Better
what it
the
is.
devil you know than the devil you don't. LTL said, have we bought in our central backs yet? Just asking for a mate. 24 to 48 hours, we will know completely on that. We've got all I want is someone to buy our club that loves football. Is that too much to ask?
Well, yeah,
Look,
it is, because I think that you'll be surprised. I don't think many of these people love football, if that makes sense. I think you'll rarely find that nowadays, right?
Liberty Media don't love Formula One, but they've turned it into a multi-billion. I mean, you've got Drive to Survive. You've got all the new games coming out. You've got, I mean, there's more races on the calendar. It used to be only 16 races. Now, next season, we're going to have 24 races. So, you know, got Jim, and I think Levy's good for Spurs on the business side. He needs to let the football side be taken care of by the football, but I think we are doing that this window. And Levy is internal, yeah.
He's eternal, yeah.
You think they're in it for glory or to make money? No, I think Liberty Media would be in it for the glory as well. They will want to make. They wanted to make Formula One as successful as everything. I think they'll do the same with Spurs as well.
You see, as well, like if you compare us with Man City, we're third in the league out of all sports teams in the world to make most money. So, you know, it swings and roundabouts. Do they want it for money? Because they're not bringing the glory to Spurs.
Now, guys,
bring the glory as well.
Yeah. Okay, very quickly. Paris PSG have emerged as a surprise suitor for Tottenham Hotspur goalkeeper Hugo Lloris this summer, while the French club wants to keep her on the free. Chairman Daniel Levy is keen to receive a fee for his player. So the question I've got here, guys, is would you sell or let Hugo go for free? So just one word answer in this. So one word answer and your reason why. For me, very quickly, I'd let him go for free because I think he's been a good servant for our club, and just let him go. Just give him a testimonial and let him go for free. Ellie?
Yeah, I agree with you. Just let him go for free. He's done his time at our club, and he's done us proud for most of it. All right, we didn't even win a cup with him, but don't matter. We'll move on. Yeah.
Yeah. Mia?
Joe, what the issue with it is, if we let him go, because he's got a year left on his contract, we have to do it where we don't pay him no money. But we were going to get a fee for him when, who was it? Was looking at him to replace Unana, and so
Inter Milan.
Inter, yes. So I wonder if we got a couple of million for him, like a few million, would that be so bad? But I think we should say like 4 million. If you don't want the 4 million, then okay, but we're not paying no fee for you. Like we don't want no fee.
So okay. So let's know in the chat. Would you sell Hugo or let him go for a bit? We've got two more stories to get through, guys, and then we will be ending off. We've got Joe saying EFRA price has gone up every year and they want fans with money. Yeah. He says, Domo, love you, man, but research a little bit. I will do my research on that. And I'll probably do that as a debate show, actually. Not this Saturday, but next Saturday we will do something, or a podcast this week. Me and Philip might do something on that. So, Joe, let us know in the comment section of this show what you want us to look at, what you want us to do. If you have an idea for a podcast for us, let us know in the comments below what you would like us to do. And also for the debate shows, what do you want us to debate, what you want us to talk about. So let us know. So, Joe, I will do that, no problem. Philip Brady, sorry, lad, sound went, couldn't hear a thing. Great. That's grand, Philip, no problem. We've got cards, sell them, get a bit of cash in. We've had our money's worth for Luis, so let him go for free. He deserves to go. Best of luck, skipper. Let Hugo go. He deserves it. Great servant. So people in the chat are saying mostly let him go for free. To be fair, also Dermot was the first to break the cock.
He got you. He got you.
Was going back up. Bugger. Do you know what? I do wait for that. And every time I think I'm prepared, it catches me out the bugger. Right now, very quick bit of news here, guys. Tottenham are giving Tottenham given Longley transfer timeline after Barcelona agreement. Now, Barcelona have given the centre-back time to finalise the move away from Camp Nou, though Spurs have not mentioned his name. Now, we're not going to go too much on this today. We will tomorrow, and I will put a poll up Thursday, on Thursday's show about Longley. Somebody asked me earlier that will be done. So with that, we'll talk more about Longley tomorrow.
Yeah.
Now, guys, very quickly, last question of the show. Out of our midfield, who would you sell or who would you loan out? Now, here's our midfield: Basuma, Skip, Bentancur, Dombele, James Maddison, and Hoibjerg. Now, Ellie, I'll go through each player, right? And I'm not going to have a say in this, so this is between you and Mia. There's only two players I think I need to go out of that. It's Oliver Skip and Dombele. I think we need to keep the rest. So they're my two that need to go. Basuma, loan or keep?
Keep.
Mia?
Keep.
Oliver Skip, loan, keep or sell?
Loan.
Loan. Yeah.
I say sell. I think sell him. Bentancur's not back until when's he back now? It's September, October time.
Yes, I don't know.
But anyway,
it depends.
Yeah, but he's a stayer. Now, Tango Dombele.
Keep.
Now, really? Why?
Because I think that we're not going to be able to get rid of him, and I feel Ange actually might want to. He said in the interview, he said in the presser, didn't he, that it's up to Ndombele if he wants to stay. So he wants to give him an opportunity. So
Ellie,
I'd keep him as well, just for the pure fact that I think Ange wants to revive his career. I think he thinks he can do something with him.
And if Ange thinks that, what a skillful player we'll have on our hands, you know. He's got so much skill, man.
Even if he does it for 20 minutes, Mia, it's good enough for me. Bring him off the bench.
No, Sar, there was a question, actually. There is one more question. Oh, okay. Right, okay. Papa Sar, I did have a question
Papa
for
Sar
Sar.
wasn't in there.
No, I know. I did have a question for Papa Sar. Yeah, here we go. Would you loan out Papa Sar very quickly? Yes or no?
Keep him.
Okay, Ellie?
Yeah, I'll keep him because he's a very technical player. I like him. Yeah.
Right. Hang on. Right. Okay. So Matt Law, I'm just reading this now very quickly. Well, this is from the Telegraph. Matt Law, and I will get this confirmed. I am going to put this to our source and get it confirmed. Harry Kane would tell Ange Postecoglou that he's open-minded over his future when the pair meet for the first time on Wednesday. Look, I don't know if that's true or not, but that's Matt Law reporting that on Twitter. So we will wait and see. But Papa Sar, Ellie, what did you say?
I said keep because I like him. He's a very technical player, very comfortable on the ball, and he'll mature with all those players around him. He'll learn a lot as well.
Mm-hmm. Kate says loan Sar. Jim's saying Sar is a lightweight. Keep. If Dombele gets his head right, potentially the most impressive player we have in that midfield. Exactly.
Do you know, I think that's so crazy, Jim, that you say that. Sar's not lightweight. He's slender, but he's strong, you know, and he's got those long ass legs that are just reach for miles. He can cover the pitch quick because he's fast, he's rapid, and he's quite a strong boy, you know. You'll be surprised, like he's quite a strong lad.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Right. I've got some news, so I'm going to hit the breaking news thing. This actually isn't Spurs breaking news, but it's good for us. So here we go. Let me take down Sar's a lightweight, and then
breaking news king. Come on, Dermot.
Hang on. There we go. Okay, what I'm hearing is Mickey van der Ven will not be joining Liverpool this summer. Jurgen Klopp and Jorge, I think that's the Wolfsburg, have consultation about the transfer and believe a move to Liverpool will come too soon for the Wolfsburg centre-back. Clears the way for the signing for Spurs. So there you go. So Liverpool have now pulled out of the race to sign VDV. That clears the way to Tottenham. Guys, very quickly before we end off, what's your thought on that bit of breaking news?
Yeah, I like it because he's a very good player. What I've seen of him, Dermot, I like, and I think he'll be a fantastic addition for his pace as well. Because we needed that at the back last season, we lacked it a lot, and he's good at tackling as well. So I'm excited if we get him in. Fantastic! Come on, Spurs, do the business.
Very quickly. Look, and Carl saying Van de Ven medical income, and I've have asked the question, so we could be back on tonight with breaking news that he's signed for Spurs.
It feels like Cole sort of knows something, because he keeps putting these little cryptic things, and I'm always a bit like, he seems to know what's going on. So I don't know what's going on with how Cole's getting his information, but if we can get it done, absolutely fantastic. I'll be over the moon with that.
Right. I've actually got more news. We're still waiting on the confirmation for the medical, but for what I'm being told, we're not 100% sure on this. I'm only going for about 90%, so we're 10% off or even 50%, but I'm hearing there's rumours going around that a 35 million euro deal has been agreed between Spurs and Wolfsburg. So that is the very, very... Hi, Theos.
It's coming again. He always catches that straight.
He does. See? Look at that.
Keep you off, Anne. Get out of here.
So that's the latest. A 35 million euro deal is agreed, we think. I'm just waiting on confirmation for this. So look, we have to wait and see. But if this breaks, we will come back on and break it with you later. Carl Simpson, I'm hearing we're after getting Tosin as well as Vida. And look, Carl, WhatsApp me. WhatsApp me. I want to talk to you about that. 35 million is about right. I did say last night, guys, that they may meet in the middle somewhere along the line. And Robert McDonald, Telegraph journalist, Mike Hawke has just confirmed that Van de Ven's medical is booked for Friday. I'm asking the question, so I'm not saying your source is wrong. I'm just asking for us. Carl works for Levy. Yep, and Mia, look, do you think Carl has joined our Levy in club?
I think he has. I think he's like well in there,
Yeah. Well, he did meet us. Well, he did meet us at the door, didn't he, and let us in?
Yeah, he did.
Pick up, Carl. We're always WhatsApp them.
Is Carl coming in the back door then?
Yeah.
Oi. Now that's for another show. That is.
Now, here, guys, just the end of the Carl. I've got to confirm. Carl is spot on. Tapsoba and Tosin are both targets, and I don't say there being any issues. So we could end up this week with 3 centre-backs in at the club. So look, if any news breaks between now and midnight, we will, even if it breaks at 1 a.m. I'm being looked at very fondly at the moment. Look at that. She is, looking at me. We will come on air. I'm sure me and Ellie will.
Like, get off, Dermot, and come and do my dinner.
No, I'm just saying, if any breaks, we will bring it straight back. Myself, Ellie, or myself or Mia, even if it's early tomorrow morning, if the news break, me and Philip and Ellie or wherever, one of us will be on, but we will be. But guys, look, thank you very much for joining me. Look, it's been a great show. Again, look. We didn't do the poll. I finished the poll.
Yeah.
The poll. Would you keep Hoibjerg as a squad player? What do you think the percentage is, Mia? Ellie, sorry.
I reckon 34, 35% yes, and 65% no.
Mia?
70% no, 30% yes.
Do you know what, Mia? You're spot on.
I didn't even look. That was just a pure
yes.
69% said yes.
That's what's on my currently. Look, that's on my.
All right, we believe you. I don't believe you.
I was looking on the Van de Ven news.
Yeah.
All right,
so look, we're going to leave this now. We will be back if there's any breaking news later. So look, I'm overjoyed. That's 3 centre backs getting in. So anyway, enjoy, Mia. Oh, sorry, Mia. Plug your channel. Forgot you plug Spurs.
I have indeed got a channel, Spurs Between the Lines. Go over. I'm on getting close to that 800 now, so I need to get to that 1,000 because that's when I'll get some revenue for that darn Google, because they take already they already put adverts on my channel and I don't get no money for it. So it will help if I get to that 1,000. So could you please go over, if you haven't already, give me a subscribe and watch the videos that I put out, which I do daily videos. I've got one coming out tomorrow, which is with Flav from the Fighting Cock. So please go over and make sure you put your notification bell on to be reminded. That's coming on at 8:45 a.m. UK time as a premiere. So I had a good chat with him. So yeah, make sure you go over and watch it.
Ellie, when are you on next with your ladies show?
Yeah, I'll be on again on Sunday. I've switched to Brazil now. I'm going to do Brazil because I think they're fantastic. So I'm going to highlight the Brazilian team, and then I'll do a Spurs ladies show as well because I want to do a special feature on our new signing, Luana Bula, and our new manager, Robert Villaharm. Come on.
Yeah, so please get over to that. We're back tomorrow at 4. If you haven't, we will be back later if any news breaks. But if not, we'll see you tomorrow at 4. And Carl says, I'll always fight for my clock. Has got a mind of its own. So you didn't catch me out there, Carl.
No, he starred it this time, so he didn't actually try and catch you. Yeah. Interesting.
Yes.
Listen, thank you all for watching. Have a great like I said, but we will be back later if any news breaks. Come on, you Spurs. In Ange we trust.
In Ange we trust.
Oh, sorry. Didn't do this. Very quickly.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to show you what happens to Ellie if she finds out that we've signed 3 centre-backs and she's been given 500. She's been given money to go and shop at the West End. On that bombshell.
I'm going shopping.
And that bombshell in Andrew we trust. I was about to say in Levy with something, but I better not.
Oh gosh, better not.
Better not. In Andrew we trust. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.